Okay, this is problem 2, and if you'll notice, I've used the same background information, the same steps and everything, so I won't go into as much detail on that. You're starting with the parent is the square root graph. You see the square root right there. And you want to graph this. So you begin with the square root. The point is at 0, 0 in your beginning graph. The first thing is a horizontal translation. You don't have a horizontal translation. You do not have any stretching or shrinking. You do have reflecting. The negative right here in this x, in front of that x, is going to cause it to reflect in the y. So let's look at what happens when you actually reflect it across the x-axis. This is what happens. Point 0, 0 stayed anchored. You had a little bit more that was involved for the vertical translation, and that was the -5. What happens with that -5? It's going to move this graph that we had, it is going to move it down to the point 0, -5. Otherwise, it's going to look exactly the same. So that's what happened. You had a reflection in the y-axis and a vertical translation down 5 units. And now for your MyMathLab problem, the only one of these that even looks right would be the one that is right there in A. The rest of them don't even resemble it. Your domain is -infinity to 0. Your range here would be -5 to infinity. Notice where the point is, the 0, -5. It goes that way. So your x's are decreasing, but your y's are still increasing. And that's the reason the domain is, looks like it's kind of backwards, starting at -infinity and going to 0, and the range is starting at -5 and going on to infinity.